Hey girls, welcome back to the channel. What if I told you that the smartest students don't actually study the hardest? They simply study differently. While most students spend hours staring at their books, top scorers follow a system that helps them learn faster, remember longer, and walk into exams with confidence. The best part? It's not about having a high IQ. It's not about pulling all-nighters. And it's definitely not about studying 12 hours a day. It's about using the right strategy. Today, I'm going to share a study system inspired by the habits of high-performing students and backed by learning science. If you start using even a few of these techniques, you'll stop wasting hours and start seeing real progress. So grab your notebook, because your old study routine ends today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever read the same page 5 times and still couldn't remember what it said? That's because reading isn't learning. Your brain isn't a camera. It doesn't save information just because your eyes looked at it. Every time you finish a topic, close your book and ask yourself, can I explain this without looking? If you can't explain it, you don't know it yet. Pretend you're teaching your younger sibling or your best friend. The moment you struggle to explain something, you've found exactly what you need to revise. This one habit is far more powerful than reading the same chapter over and over again. Your environment shapes your attention. If your phone is beside you, notifications are popping up, the TV is running, or you're lying on your bed, your brain never enters deep focus. Create one place that exists only for studying. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just a clean desk, good lighting, a bottle of water, and the books you need. When you study in the same place every day, your brain begins to recognize it as a signal. Now it's time to focus. Small change, huge difference. Most students tell themselves, I'm going to study for 5 hours. 30 minutes later, they're checking Instagram, looking in the fridge, or suddenly remembering they need to organize their pencil case. Instead, make your study sessions small enough that your brain can't argue with them. Study with complete focus for 25 minutes, then take a short break. Stretch, walk around, drink some water, and come back for another session. When your finish line is close, your brain works harder instead of looking for excuses. Remember, quality always beats quantity. Imagine watching the trailer before a movie. When you watch the full movie later, everything makes more sense. Do the same with your lessons. Spend just 5 or 10 minutes looking at tomorrow's chapter. Read the headings, look at the diagrams, notice the difficult words, and write down 2 or 3 questions. That's it. Now, when your teacher explains the lesson, your brain isn't hearing everything for the first time. Instead, it's connecting new information with something you already know. Learning becomes much easier. Many students think beautiful notes mean better grades. Not true. Your notebook isn't supposed to become another textbook. Write only what matters. Definitions, examples your teacher repeats, common mistakes, important formulas, and anything your teacher says like, this usually comes in exams. Those are clues. Treat them like treasure. If your entire page is highlighted, nothing is important anymore. Instead of highlighting every sentence, ask yourself, what is the one idea I absolutely need to remember? Highlight only that. Less ink. More thinking. That's what improves memory. Here's what most students do. They study one chapter, forget about it, open it again one night before the exam, and then wonder why nothing looks familiar. Your brain naturally forgets information over time. The secret is reviewing just before you completely forget. Review today, again after a few days, again next week, and then again after 2 weeks. Every review makes the memory stronger. This technique is called spaced repetition, and it's one of the most effective ways to remember information for months instead of days. Don't wait for your school exams. Create your own. Close your notebook, take a blank sheet of paper, and write everything you remember. Then check your answers. This feels difficult, and that's exactly why it works. Every time your brain retrieves information without looking, the memory becomes stronger. Learning happens during recall, not rereading. Many students try to completely change their lives overnight. Tomorrow they'll wake up at 5 a.m., study 8 hours, exercise, read books, drink 2 liters of water, and by day 3, everything falls apart. Instead, improve by just 1%. Study 10 minutes longer than yesterday. Solve 1 extra question. Revise 1 more topic. Small improvements don't look impressive today, but after a few months, they create extraordinary results. Success isn't built in one perfect day. It's built in hundreds of ordinary days. Girls, remember this. Top students aren't born different. They simply repeat better habits. They don't wait until they feel motivated. They trust their system. So don't ask yourself, how many hours should I study? Ask yourself, am I studying in a way my brain actually remembers? Because that's the question that changes everything. If you start applying even 3 of the techniques from today's video, your study sessions will become more focused, less stressful, and much more productive. One day, the grades you've been dreaming about won't feel impossible anymore. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's always saying, I studied so much, but I forgot everything. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, study smart, stay consistent, and keep believing in yourself.